Storm Dennis has arrived, and apparently it's bringing somewhere in the region of 3 inches of rain, which is a huge amount. As you can see, not even the best of gutters, mine isn't the best by the way, can cope with this amount of deluge. But of course it will all drain away. But in the meantime, because this is just the beginning of the storm of course, in the meantime we just have to deal with it. Look at this. Look at this. So strong winds are promised, but we're told by the meteorological office that, or Met Éireann, I was listening to both the UK meteorological office and Met Éireann, but we're told that the winds will be a problem, but the worst of the problem will of course be the rain, as is evidenced here. So I'm getting on with things indoors and under the protection, even though it's leaking a bit because of the deluge, under the protection of the veranda here. Not even Jack wants to go out. And he's pretty hardy. So I've just been sweeping up the kitchen and keeping the stove going, because of course dampness is something that you have to really do your best to work against in an old cottage. But so far so good. Now, look, I've got some little catkins in a vase. Aren't they lovely? They'll open up a little bit more now they have some water and some warmth. And I have put some seed and some bread out for the birds. You can see them coming down in between the rain showers. It's eased off a little bit now at the moment. The colours are beautiful though, aren't they? Even in the rain, a woodland garden looks beautiful. This was something I was talking about last night on social media, both on Twitter and on Facebook. I said about the benefits of having a woodland garden. I mean massive benefits for Mother Earth, and that's why I promote it. But incredible, uplifting, enchanting, magical benefits for those who plant a woodland garden. Not only just in seeing it all grow and come to fruition, and it just keeps growing. It's the only real growing investment. But look at the colours. Even on this most dismal of days. Jack, don't be so brave. Come back in. Even on this most dismal of days, where there's a, well, not too much cold, but you know the rain is quite fierce. Look at the beautiful colours in the woodland garden. And just forever, this promise of spring, this promise of rebirth and growth and summer and Bealtaine and Lunasa and all those lovely festivals coming up, which you can see on your calendar. I mean, I didn't mark St. Valentine's Day in for the calendar because it's almost irrelevant to me. I think that we should have that amount of love and hope every day. We shouldn't restrict anything to one day. Oh, and by the way, the bones of St. Valentine are interred here in Ireland. I wonder if that's something you knew. was I've never liked the idea of saints, of having honour conferred, whether it's honour conferred by religion or honour conferred by state or honour conferred by royalty. It's part of a system that fails to recognise the real people who do so much and are not regarded. I was listening to a programme on the radio yesterday, about the carers, people who care. And there was one mother in particular here in Ireland with 4 children, her eldest 18 years old, and with special needs. And then she mentioned later on in the interview that all 4 of her children had special needs and that she had suffered burnout as a carer. These people are never recognised. And to my mind's eye, most of the recognition goes to complete idiots. And I mean idiots in terms of irrelevance. People who are business leaders or politicians or ex-politicians or who raise a vast amount of money for a particular charity. Occasionally you get those. Very occasionally, of course, you get recognition of real talent, which is appreciable, but again, I don't recognise any kind of an honour system. I think all of us need to honour those who we know are truly worthy of recognition. The birds are still singing, isn't it wonderful? I'm hoping anyway that the worst of the rain falls before it gets dark. And it was light this morning just before 8, which is wonderful. And last night the darkness didn't descend until it was virtually 6 o'clock. That's worth celebrating. That's worth honouring. This stretch in the days. Ten hours of day, fast moving towards that midway mark. Well, I'm going to be brave and bold and or foolish, whichever way you want to look at it. And I'm going to drive down to the garden centre and I'm going to get some more bird food. And, sorry, Jack. I'm going to drive down to the garden centre and get some more bird food, because when there is any kind of excessive, weather condition, extreme weather condition, that's the point at which we need to honour the wildlife for the incredible work that they do and the wonderful magic and enchantment that they bring to our lives. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll toddle off in the car. It doesn't go very fast anyway, kind of lawnmower pace. And all being well, I'll give you a little update later on. Blessings to you all, by the way. Oh, and thank you so much to all those people who over the last 24 hours have bought books or calendars. I still have calendars left. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because that's a little bit of recognition for me, and that what I do is appreciated. But of course, it's fine just at that level. That level is fine, and thank you to those of you who've made donations as well. I don't ever ask for donations, so any that do come through, I'm always thrilled. Thank you so much. That's going to just go into the everyday life here at Bealtaine. And the people that I donate to. I made a donation this week to Leitrim Animal Welfare, where Jack came from. So that's something that brings me great joy, to be able to do that. You know. Blessings to you all. And hopefully I'll come back at you later on with a little update. Blessings.